thought I'd try and add something productive, something productive to the blog today. I want to go through a shoulder circuit. I'm just going to go pretty much straight through it, and if people have got questions about it or things aren't clear, we can go through it afterwards. I'll try and make it as quick as possible, just to save the upload. Essentially what we're going to do, straight band pull apart, horizontal band pull apart, you'll see it written as, we do it in two different ways. One, we do it in an open position, so pulling straight through, pulling on that bench line, so shoulders back and down, and pulling all the way through. I'll do that one from behind, so pulling together from that open position. Or we do it in a fixed position with the scap retracted and down, so we're pulling back and down and through. So shoulder blades back and down, pull it together. So looks a bit different. I'll do them both sort of from behind. So the open one, you're standing there, still shoulders down and pulling through, and the closed one, shoulder blades back and together and pulling through. So they don't look too dissimilar, but there's a different feel to both of those. So the overhead, the vertical band pull aparts are a little simpler. So arms extended overhead, full extension, reaching right through, pulling all the way down, pulling the shoulder blades back and down and together. Back and down and together, all the way through. Back and down together, all the way through. The other one's just a dislocate that we do, hanging onto the band, straight overhead, all the way around. Pretty straightforward. I think most people have seen dislocates before, but always sort of focusing on the same thing, getting the shoulder blades back, down, together. Nice fixed position. Try and get guys to do that even when they're doing, you know, tricep extensions or bicep curls, have that nice fixed position rather than being lax through the shoulders. Another what I like, basically just working the scapular shoulder through all the planes. So as simple as a straight out press. So all the way down, shoulder blades back, down together, pushing all the way through, down back together, all the way through, down back together. So we do that. Also dumbbells, so overhead, so basically like an inverted shrug. So press it all the way through, down and back together, down and back together. Pretty straightforward. And a scap shrug. So hanging on, back and together, back and together. Trying to do it with this little trap involvement as possible. So that's a pretty short sort of shoulder warm up. So where you see sort of warm up and mobility, that might be an upper body sort of mobility work. Maybe some YT, WL, some scap tunes. So full hang through and up. So letting all the way out. So basically just full extension, full arms and full extension, reaching all the way through, pulling the shoulder blades back down and together, so with the elbows locked out. So aside from the band stuff, working that horizontal, working the vertical, working all the planes with the dislocates, the bench, inverted shrug, a scap shrug, scap chin up, and a scap shrug, just to try and work on that mobility, stability and control around the shoulder. I was actually explaining to Ian the other day, and I'll just sort of say here, save me typing it, but one of the things that people sort of, I've talked before about people not being able to express their strength, and quite often it's a weakness. You've got a lot of guys sort of benching, and it's not that they can't bench more, they can't actually display the strength that they have because they don't have The shoulder stability and control can be a lot of different factors. That's one factor, but that coordination is really important. One of the things I always sort of say, if you want to realise how important coordination is, test your arm strength. I know this is a bit of a stretch, but if you look at your arm stretch, hopefully you follow what I'm saying. Look at your arm strength, side to side, bicep strength, tricep, shoulder strength, whatever you want, chest, back strength. Measure it side to side. Look for the strength differences, dominant side to non-dominant side, and it's maybe sort of 5%, 8% at a stretch difference in strength from your dominant side to your non-dominant side. But if you want to realise what an impact coordination has, get a ball and throw it with your dominant arm versus getting a ball and throwing it with your non-dominant arm, and I can guarantee you that the difference is going to be more than 5 or 10%. So the strength element isn't the only factor, it's the coordination of being able to put it all together. And shoulders, especially sort of in contact sport, field sports, they get beaten up. So I've said before, we don't do a lot of direct, like a lot of shoulder work. Maybe direct shoulder work's not the right thing to say, but we do a lot of work around that joint in those planes, warming up. I'll go through some of the other things like the YTWs. Actually, I'll do that. I'll do that right now, actually, because we do the same thing as far as the mobility's concerned. The scap control is concerned, I should say. So hopefully this will work, but see people doing sort of YTWLs, and I think a lot of people tend to do them quite loose, and that's fine. It's a bit like those band pull parts, but what we try and focus on is making sure we get that control. So back and together and a Y, let it all the way out. Back and together, T, let it all out. Back together, all the way up for a W. Same for an L, pulling back together into that position. So we'll do those both in that open position as well as that closed position. I was just thinking if there was anything else. I think that pretty much covers it. So got the band pull aparts both in the open position and with the retracted position. The overhead band pull aparts, just working from full extension, bring the shoulder blades all the way back down and together. The inverted shrugs, we tend to call that, it's not really an inverted shrug, but that's easy to remember, opposite of a normal shrug, hands up in the air. So we do that with the barbell or the dumbbells, and we tend to alternate those. The scap chins, pulling all the way through, once again just trying to work that scapula through its full range. The chest supporters, scap shrugs, and the serratus work on the bench press. So that's probably as productive as I've been in a month. So I'll post that, and if anybody has any questions, I'll go through that in a bit more detail.